Hi, my name is Mark, if you guys don't know already, and I have a YouTube channel just like you or you who are watching who plan to have a YouTube channel. And this video is just going to be my tips for how I reached 1,000 subscribers in my first month of YouTube. In no way am I claiming to be a pro in any way. Just like you probably released your first video or thinking of doing YouTube, but it just seems very difficult to get into. When I dropped my first video, it didn't have the views that I wanted. My video had 0 views for the entire day, and I, unlike most people who just quit, decided to do something about it. My wife told me get back into it, and I decided to do a little bit of research, and within 1 week I had over 100 subscribers, and by the end of the month I was past 1,000. It's 2 weeks past that time, so I've been on YouTube for a month and about 2 weeks, and I'm about at 1,600 subs now. Whatever I'm doing is working for me, and I'm just going to share whatever tips it is that I have. None of this is clickbait. This is actual information I'm going to give you. I watched a whole bunch of videos. I'm just going to trim down and give you guys what I thought was the most important out of those videos, and I'm not going to say anything like just be yourself or things like that. I'm going to try to give you guys actual facts that actually will help you to push your channel forward. My first tip is going to be know what you provide, and what that means is know what your channel consists of that people will actually want to watch. There are people who can today do a vlog, tomorrow they cook some food, the next day they run a marathon, and people watch them. And maybe what it is they provide is their personality, and that's why people watch those channels. But it is difficult on YouTube to be able to do a whole bunch of different random things and get your videos noticed. Because of the way YouTube algorithm works, it's always trying to figure out what your channel does so that it can pitch your channel to people who watch those kind of channels. If people like vlogs and you do vlogs, they'll try to pitch your channel to people who watch vlogs. And if your vlogs are interesting, maybe they'll subscribe to you. But if today you're doing vlogs, tomorrow you're doing cooking and this and that, YouTube doesn't know who to pitch your videos to, and then your videos just end up going into a dark abyss that no one can find. These next 2 tips go hand in hand that I'm going to show to you. First one is going to be retention rate. And what that means is when people click your video, how long do they sit and watch before they come off of your video? A lot of times as a new YouTuber, you will get people who will come on your page and they are just mostly trying to promote their own channels, and this is really bad for your retention rate. People will come on, they'll just say, hey, check out my channel, and they'll come straight off your video and you'll get like 10 seconds of watch time, and it is really bad for your retention rate. So never sub for sub. That is just not a good idea. It just really drops your retention rate, and retention rate is what YouTube looks for in the algorithm if they decide that your video is going to be good for a lot of people to watch. If your video is 10 minutes long and on average people are watching 7 minutes of your video, you have a 70% retention rate, which is extremely high. You're probably not going to have that as a starter, but people who have that, their videos get sent out to thousands and thousands of people because there's something right going on in this video that people love to watch. But if your video, if someone comes on, watches 30 seconds and comes off, they're not going to promote your videos that much. So knowing that, what I'm going to suggest, when you start your video, whatever your title is, if your title is how to make a sushi the right way or something, right? That's your video title. Do your best to get into that subject as fast as you can. Don't ramble on for 2-3 minutes and then start that, because a lot of times people have short attention spans and they're just going to come straight off your video. I do my best to try to keep my intros less than 30 seconds or at 30 seconds. A minute is fine too, I think, but don't be one of those people who you just have super long rambling, or even some people, they have an actual intro where it plays music and stuff and it's really long. Sometimes your subscribers won't mind, but right now as a small channel you don't have that fan base that are dedicated to watching you, and you're trying to reel in new people, so you want to do your best to do every single thing possible to keep strangers' attention, which is very difficult. My next tip is going to be click-through rate. This is the second most important thing I will say that YouTube looks at when it comes to how they're going to be promoting your video. Click-through rate is when they send your video to people, how many people click it. Today, if I upload this video, it'll probably be sent to 1,000 people. If 100 people click it, I have a 10% click-through rate, which isn't that great. And that is what YouTube looks for, besides your retention rate when it comes to promoting your videos. What matters when it comes to click-through rate? That's when it comes to your thumbnails and your titles. Your thumbnails have to look good, your titles have to look good. if your thumbnail doesn't look good, people won't click your video. They don't know you, they're strangers. Nothing's gonna make someone click a video that they don't like the thumbnail or the title is just confusing to them. Try to make your titles clear, exactly what your video is gonna be about. Hopefully not clickbait, because people don't like watching clickbait videos and they won't subscribe to you. And also, your thumbnails need to be clear. Do not put 1 million words on your thumbnail and people are just being drawn to different things. Try to have a center focus point on your video, probably a picture of your face, maybe one little small phrase on the side, like how to cook, the best vlog day, anything like that. Just a real short, quick, get to the point. This is what this video is about. This is what my thumbnail says the video is about. This is what my title says the video is about, and that's it. If you guys have like one of those long super titles that it just says so many things, like vlog day in California eating chicken on the beach and also said that, like it's harder for YouTube also to even figure out what that video is about to send it to the right people. My next tip: people are clicking on your videos, your thumbnails are great, your retention rate is probably up there, you're trying to cut down your intros and people are getting straight into it. Now what's important is the quality of your videos. Try to make videos that are decent quality, have decent lighting. Try to film in the daytime when the sun's out, where the sun is actually on you, where you can see yourself clearly. People aren't going to want to watch a video that's dark and hard to see. It's just not appealing to the eye. And also try your best to make the sound quality good, because if you can't hear a video, people will complain about that. Also in your comment section, you'll notice that people are maxing out the volume on their phone and they still can't hear your video. They're not going to watch it. They're just going to move on to the next thing. Do your best to have great quality. Another tip, this is a tip that comes, I didn't see this in a video, but my wife said this to me. When you're done watching your video, watch it back. If there are parts in your video where you're personally fast forwarding because it's boring to you, it's most likely boring to someone else who's a stranger watching. So just snip that straight out of your video. It actually did help a lot with me personally. When I first started uploading videos, my retention rate wasn't that great, and when I did start doing that and snipping parts, it does help a lot. It also does help a lot when you don't drag out your videos for no reason. When I first started, there was a video that I watched of a YouTuber saying that your videos should be a certain length, and I used to do my best to try to stretch my videos to get them to that number. And honestly, there would be a lot of rambling and stuff in those videos, and it would just be unappealing to watch. And when I started actually just making videos, flowing naturally, doing what I can, and then boom, I spit out an 8-minute video or something instead of a 20-minute video or whatever number it is that whoever suggests to you. When you just get the video out as in the way that you just feel it flows, it works better, it sounds better, it grabs attention better. So it's just better off that just do your best to try to have nice flow throughout your video. I'm also going to say, with sound wise, you want to speak clearly all the time. You don't want to speak like this and have so much hype, excitement in the beginning of your video, and then by the end of your video you're kind of talking like this because it's dragging out a bit. Try to keep the same flow throughout the entire video. It really does help. Another tip I'm going to have for you, and this one is not only for views but also helps with watch time, and as you know, as a small YouTube channel, you are going to need watch time. Do your best to have scheduled videos, and what that means is try to make it so that people will know when you're going to upload. If I upload 9 o'clock every single day, people will be expecting me at 9 o'clock every single day. If I upload once a week and it's always a Friday, people will be expecting me on Fridays. If I upload Thursday and then I upload Wednesday and then I upload on a Saturday, people aren't going to know when to expect me. They're not going to be looking out for my videos. Maybe eventually they'll end up just unsubscribing from me because they don't even know when next I'm going to upload. Also, as a small channel, you don't want to be taking long breaks. There are some people that, yeah, sometimes life happens and you do have to, for some reason, you can't record or anything. But do your best to communicate that. Don't be that guy that you upload today, you're consistent for a week and a half, and then you just take a month break and then you come back, you're fresh on YouTube. I'm also going to say this is a tip when it comes to watch time. Try to use premiering on your videos. When you premiere a video, it's almost like the video is live and you can join it and talk on the video with your viewers that are watching, and that does help them watch your whole video because you're talking with them, you're communicating with them, you're saying, hey, thanks for watching, oh, this part was funny. Anything that you say, you're communicating back and forth with them. They're laughing, you're laughing. It keeps them entertained and helps them watch throughout the whole video. Sometimes people will be interested in your video, but for whatever reason, they become distracted and they want to leave. But you premiering your video, it kind of makes them feel like, oh, I have to stay here just until this video is done, and then I can go about doing whatever it was I was about to do. My last and final tip will be your description. A lot of people do not know this. Tags are important, but your description is just as important as your tags. If you tag your video and you put in all the things your video is about, there's only so much you can write in there. Your description bar can hold 5,000 words, I believe. And with that, you can literally get down into the nitty-gritty of what your video is about. Write descriptive descriptions when you're writing it down. Do as much as you can to explain exactly what your video is about. And when it comes to links on your description, try your best to push them a bit lower. I heard that you shouldn't have them within the first 3 lines if you have a Facebook or Instagram or anything you're trying to promote for your subscribers to go and follow you on, because it's bad for business with YouTube. They don't want people leaving their website to go on to other websites, so it does make them promote your video less when you have those things high up in your description bar, because if someone clicks on your Instagram, they're no longer on YouTube. So they want to do their best to keep people on YouTube, and that's why retention rate's important for them, that's why click-through rate's important for them. And description bar, it just does a good job of you describing your video. Analytics reads that, they know, hey, this guy is doing a fishing video. We know a guy that just watched a fishing for salmon video. Let's send this video to him. Maybe he'll watch this other guy fishing for salmon. Maybe in your description, in your tags, you didn't have space for that. In your tags, you probably just wrote fishing. You didn't specify what it was you're fishing for, where you were fishing, or anything like that. But your description bar just gives you so much more opportunity to describe what your video is about, let people know, and let YouTube algorithm know exactly where your video should be sent to. That's going to be it for today's video, guys. If there's any tips that really helped you out, or I taught you anything new that you didn't know, like this video, comment down below how many subscribers you're at, how many subscribers you're planning to get to. Even if you plan, comment now saying you're at, I don't know, 500. Come back in 2 weeks, tell me if any of these tips helped you. Write down the new number that you're at because of all these tips of how much they helped you. Honestly, these are the literal things that I've done that have helped my channel, and it does a huge difference, honestly, guys. So hopefully you guys get to that number that you wanted to reach by the end of this month, and set monthly goals for yourselves. Keep on getting those goals, and that's gonna be it, guys. Good luck on YouTube. Peace.